Alright, hello once again. This is Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College. And as part of the Rankin Technical College AWD1111 class for the fall 2020 semester at Rankin, I've been doing a series of video presentations based on the textbook we're using for the class, that book being Get Programming with Node.js by Jonathan Wexler, a Manning publication. And I'm in the middle of Lesson 5. We are on about page 53 of the text. So the author wants us to go into the app on request code block and add a new request event handler to read the incoming data. Right? Remember, we're talking more about a post here. In this code example, every time a request is made to the server, we execute the code in the callback function. An array is created, referred to as body. Every time data from the request is received, you process it in another callback function. So the received data is added to the body array. When you're all done, the body array is turned into a string and the contents are logged to the console. So we are going through the steps that you saw right here as far as chunking and then putting it back together again. So I am going to as I've said, I can't really in good conscience expect me to not type and then you to type. I don't think that's fair on my part. So I'm going to come back in here in my app on request. I'm wondering if they asked us to recreate another folder or something in here to do this, but I don't see it. Okay, that's totally fine. So, in our on request, okay, we're going to move stuff around in here a bit. So var body equals a new array, an empty array, req.on. So if it's a data request, so again, the idea is every time we're getting any kind of new data, so to speak, in here, that we're chunking it. All right? And then when we're all done chunking, and we're at the end like this, then we're going to put it all together. That tick should actually go here. And that, put in our 3 console lines. Oh, on here, I think the reason this wasn't printing anything is I didn't log it. I just called it without logging it. So let's get these back again. Let's put them right, looks like right before our head. So right there. So we'll have to console.log all of these. And now I should be able to uncomment those. Alright, so I've got those back again. And then I should have this here. Yep, which I do. Alright, to me that looks like just about everything. I don't need this any longer. It's bloat, so I'm just going to get rid of it. End. We got this. And then our app listen on our port number, console.log, etc. Okay, looks to me like everything is correct. So let's do a file save all. And come back to here. With this added code, your app is prepared to receive posted data collected into an array and converted back to string format. When an event is triggered, indicating a chunk of data has been received, you handle that by adding it to the buffer object, adding what's in the array to the buffer object. When the event has ended, you follow it by taking the contents, and chunking it all together into one big chunk. To test this, try sending a post request to your server from the terminal. Okay? Because we haven't built a form yet, you can use curl to do that. So I don't think this is going to work because we're running a Windows machine. I'm going to try it just to see what happens. This is with your server running in one terminal window. So we'll start that. Node main. There we go. This is open another terminal window. And I'm going to try to see if we can put the curl command in there. Again, curl is a Linux command, so it very well may not work here. If I get an error message, and I'll have to go and install that chocolatey and whatever else it was that they talked about. Where was that? Copy. Paste. Alright. It actually may have worked because I didn't get an error message, so let's check. It says if you're a Windows user, before you install curl, install the software manager, a package manager called Chocolatey. I tried doing it without that. In the first terminal window, you should see the contents of the request body logged to the screen. Let's see if we've got that. Request body content. User equal John and password equals secret. Correct. It says for a more user-friendly interface, you could install Insomnia. I'm going to see if we can go without doing it at all, and just since we're using git bash, which runs Unix commands, hopefully we'll be fine. Alright, in Lesson 8 we'll learn simpler ways to handle requests. For now, try to control what type of response you write back to the client based on the URL in the request. Alright, so another quick fact check. True or false, every submitted form sends its full contents in a single chunk of data. We already learned that was false, and that this chunking takes place, and then alright, so each data is streamed to the server in chunks, which allow the server to respond based on part of the received data or even the size of the collected data. Alright, I'm at 11 minutes now. I'm not sure if I can finish it up in this amount of time, but I'm going to go on anyway. So we're on figure 5.3. In fact, let's do this. Alright, I'm going to save this and come back and try to see if I can finish up the last 3 or 4 pages that are on here when I come back, even though we're a little bit early. So I'll see you in a couple.